I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. And hoo-ha, we're back with more Avatar The Last Airbender spoilers. I told you the temples were going to be, and shrines are going to be a big thing in this set. Well, here's the Southern Air Temple. At a white and 3, you get a legendary enchantment shrine. When it enters, put a X+1/+1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of shrines you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each shrine, each creature you control. So hoo-ha. Next up we have Katara the Fearless and a green, white, and blue for a 3/3 legendary human warrior ally. The triggered ability of an ally you control triggers, it triggers an additional time. No more triggering of triggers. We've got Avatar Aang. This is the base version of that you can find in regular play boosters and such. Here's Earthbending lessons. Now, if I haven't explained Earthbending yet, it's green and 3 for a sorcery lesson. You Earthbend 4. So when you Earthbend, you pay whatever. You take a land and you put your Earthbend number in +1/+1 counters on that land, and it becomes a creature. But what's neat about it is when it dies or is exiled, that it goes back to just being a land. Next up, Fire Nation attacks. So the Fire Nation is trying to take over all the other nations, and they're trying to attack. So a red and 4 for a instant reads, create 2 red soldier creature tokens with Firebending 1, and it flashes back for a beefy red and 8. We have Hakoda, Selfless Commander, a white and 3 for a 3/5 legendary creature, human warrior ally. He has vigilance. You can look at the top card of your library anytime. You can cast ally spells from the top of your library, and you can sacrifice them to give your creatures +0/+5 and indestructible till end of turn. Next up we have a card from the bonus sheet, Force of Negation, 2 blue and 2 blue and 1 for an instant that reads, if it's not your turn, you may exile a blue card from your hand rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Counter target non-creature spell. That spell is countered this way. Exile it instead of putting it in its owner's graveyard. Okay, next up is another card from the bonus sheet, which all the cards from the bonus sheet showcase some scenes from the Avatar series. So it's the Banyan Tree, or more accurately, the Great Henge, for 2 green and 7. It's a legendary artifact that costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Tapped had 2 green mana and gain 2 life. Whenever a non-token creature you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. Fire Lord Ozai. Now, Ozai is the current bad guy, the father of Zuko and Azula, who is ruthless and wants to take over all the other nations. He is, this is the jumpstart / welcome deck version of him. For a black and 3, you get a 4/4 legendary human noble. When he attacks, you can sacrifice another creature. If you do, add an amount of red mana equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Till the end of combat, you don't lose this mana at step's end. You also pay 6 and exile the top card to each opponent's library. Till the turn, you may play those cards without paying their mana costs. So he's just mean and evil and bad. Now we come to Appa, Steadfast Guardian. 2 white and 2 for a 3/4 legendary bison ally with flash and flying. When he enters, you can airbend any number of other target non-land permanents you control, which means you can exile them and you can cast it for 2 generic rather than their mana cost. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. So hoo-ha. Next up, we have the full art lands. Now, there's a running gag about, in this set where about Momo, one of Aang's companions. He always seems to disappear. Everybody asks, "Where's Momo?" Well, Momo's right here. And right there. And right there. Now, I can't find Momo in this picture, but Momo's probably hiding somewhere, and I just can't see him. But there's Momo hiding right there. Next up is another card that is very powerful, and I'm say it's going to see a lot of traction. Bender's Water Skin is 3 generic for an artifact that says untap this artifact during each other player's untap step. Tap it to add 1 mana of any color. So that could be very useful. And in limited, it could be super useful. So we have Barrels of Blasting Jelly. A single generic mana for an artifact that reads, pay 1 to add 1 mana of any color, activate only once each turn. Or pay 5, tap, and sacrifice it to deal 5 damage to target creature. We have Vindictive Warden, hybrid red-black and 2 for a 2/3 human soldier with menace, firebending 1. And you can pay 3 generic to deal 1 damage to each opponent. So this can be very useful in your little ping decks. We used to call them Timmy decks back in the day. We got Suki Kiyoshi Warrior. 2 generic white, green, and 2 for a star 4 legendary human warrior ally. Suki's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. When she attacks, create a 1/1 white ally creature token that's tapped and attacking. So, hoo-ha. We got Soka, lateral strategist. So 2 hybrid white blues and 1 for a 2 for legendary human warrior ally with vigilance. And when selected on at least one other creature attack, draw a card. Next up we have Pretending Poxbearers. Hybrid white black and 1 for a 2/1 human citizen ally. This creature dies, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. We got Longfang Grand Secretariat. 2 hybrid black greens and 1 for 2/3 legendary human advisor. Whenever another creature you control or land you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter target creature you control. Hey, that sounds all sorts of fun. We've got Heibai, Spirit of Balance. 2 hybrid white blacks and 2 for a 3/3 legendary bear spirit. When it enters or attacks, you can sacrifice another creature or artifact. If you do, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Heibai. When he leaves the battlefield, put his counters on target creature you control. So just moving counters around like an old Ozolith. Earth Village Ruffians. Hybrid black green and 2 for a 3/1 human soldier rogue. When it dies, Earthbend 2. We got Earth Kingdom Soldier. Kind of a beefy hybrid green white and 4 for a 3/4 human soldier with vigilance. When it enters, put a +1/+1 counter each of up to 2 target creatures you control. Hoo-ha. We have Cat Owl, one of the mixed matched creature types that will be common in this set. So a hybrid white blue and 3 for a 3/3 cat bird with flying. When it attacks, untap target artifact or creature. So, hoo-ha. We have Abandoned Attachments, a hybrid blue-red and 1 for an instant lesson. You can discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Hoo-ha. We have Turtle Duck. 2 turtle ducks and a partridge in a pear tree. 1 green mana for a 0/4 turtle bird that has pay 3 generic until end of turn. This creature gets base power 4 and gains trample. Hoo-ha. Toph the Blind Bandit. So this is the lesser version of Toph. A Green and 2 for a star 3 legendary human warrior ally. When she enters, she earthbends 2, and tough power is equal to the number of +1/+1 counters on lands you control. So hoo-ha. We got Saber-Tooth Moose Lion. So 2 green and 4 for a 7/7 elk cat with reach and forest cycling. So hoo-ha. We got Rocky Rebuke, a green and 1 for an instant reads target creature you control deals damage to its power to target creature and opponent controls. Kind of a little fight spell. Rebellious Captives, a green and 1 for 2/2 human peasant ally with an exhaust ability of page 6 generic to put 2 +1/+1 counters on this creature and earthbend 2. Hoo-ha. Raucous Audience for a green and 1. You get a 2/1 human citizen. Tap it to add a green mana. Control a creature with power 4 or greater. Add 2 green mana instead. We got Pillar Launch. Green mana for a instant reads. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains reach until end of turn and untap it. So hoo-ha. Well, we're at 17 minutes here, and we're going to say hoo-ha. We'll see you on the next video.